Piano-Play-It.com.
Hi, welcome back to another free piano lesson by Piano-Play-It.com. This is David here, and today we're going to speak about the circle of fifths. Why am I speaking about the circle of fifths? Some of you may never heard about this subject. Well, that's because I'm going to show you today how all major and minor scales are connected to each other and how they are related to each other. So that's a very interesting subject, because by understanding that, it will be easier for us to understand the relationship between the scales, to learn how to transpose from one scale to another, to understand better how music theory works, and maybe even to modulate, which means to go from one scale to another scale while you're in the same song, so to realize how you can do that. So that's what we're going to speak about. Let's start talking about the circle of fifths. Okay, so we started with the assumption that two adjacent scales are maybe the most closest related. But when we'll have a look at C major, it has no sharps or flats. The next adjacent scale would be D flat, right? Let's see how many flats does D flat has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can clearly see that the distance between C major, which has no flats, and D flat, that has 5 flats, is quite distanced. How can we find the closest related scales in that case? Scales that are related are having almost the same key signature. Are you aware of what a key signature is? Let me demonstrate it if not, okay? So, every piece, when you look at the beginning of a piano sheet, for example, I'll take this one, you can see that it starts with a key signature. There's a number of sharps or flats at the beginning of the piece, and it tells you how many flats you have to play throughout the piece. That's the key signature. Okay? This key signature has 3 flats. So maybe you can say that the closest scale would have 4 flats or 2 flats, because they are almost having the same key signature. What am I saying really? That this key signature actually tells us what scale we're in. And we're going to learn today how to know which scale has 3 flats. There's a logic behind that. That's what we're going to talk about today. Okay? So, what you have to remember is that related scales are having almost the same key signature. So if a scale has 2 flats, its most related scale would have 3 flats or 1 flat. So let's see how it works. So what would be the closest related scale to C major? That's where the circle of fifths come in the picture. Okay, what's a fifth really? A fifth is an interval of 3.5 tones going up. So if you have a C major and you count 1, 2, 3.5, you have a quint. A quint is a fifth. So basically, if you're going to play a major scale starting from G, so G major, you're going to discover that you're having only 1 sharp, because going fifth up each time brings us to the closest related scale. So if C has no sharps, we can suspect that G major would have 1 sharp. Let's do the formula of the major scale. So 1, 1, half, 1, 1, 1, half. So you see that we're having F sharp in G major. So G major is the closest related key to C, which has no sharps. Okay? What would be the next related scale to G major? So what we have to do is go up by a fifth again. Let's count 3.5 tones. 1, 1, 1, so we have 3 and another half. So we can say that D, I go here because it's easier to see it, Okay, D would have 2 sharps. So let's see how it works. We do the formula again. 1, 1, half, 1, 1, 1, half. So D major has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. So the closest related key to G major are both the D major that has 2 sharps and C that has no sharps, because G major has 1 sharp. So if until now we went up, now I'm gonna go from C major that has no sharps and flats, I'm gonna go down by a fifth. What would happen then? Okay, 1, 2, 3 and a half. So F major, let's play the formula of the major scale on F. So F, this is 1, this is A, this is B flat when we have a semitone, then one more, and another semitone. So F major has 1 flat. So we can also say that if you go left in the circle of fifth, starting from C, if you go left, you start to discover that C has another closest related scale that has 1 flat, B flat. Let's continue going to the left. So going from F, let's count another fifth. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 and a half. So B flat, right? Oh, B flat is already a flat. So let's see how many flats does B flat have. And you may have suspected that it is already 2 flats that B flat has. So 1, 1 half. So we have E flat as well. 1, 1, 1 and a half. Okay, B flat was already here because it's the same tone. So B flat has indeed 2 flats, and it is the closest related key to F, and F has only 1 flat, B flat. Okay, so I'm going to quit this piano lesson in here. I only have 10 minutes to give you here on YouTube, but if you want to watch the full piano lesson, click on the link on the right or below and go to the circle of fifth page in Piano-Play-It.com, where you will see a diagram of the circle of fifth, written explanations with the full piano lesson, so you're going to understand everything there is to know about this theoretical subject. I hope you enjoyed this piano lesson, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye. Piano-Play-It.com Piano-Play-It.com